Car number 7, one of our 3 number 7s today, is the Chalou Performance Machine from Stafford Springs. It's Corey Casagrande. Car number 8, out of Auburn, Mass., the Bellboys Trucking Machine for Angelo Belcedo. Car number 6 is a Nick Johnson from Rehoboth in the Propane Plus machine. The reigning late model champion here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Car number 81, the Window World of Maine and New Hampshire machine from Windham, New Hampshire, Dan Winter. Car number 43, out of Madison, the Chatham Highlander Hotel machine for Devin O'Connell, Granite State Pro Stock champion. The 00 out of Candia, New Hampshire, Jimmy Renfrew Jr., the R&R Public Wholesalers machine. Another car number 7, this one the 7K for Kyle Casagrande, the Ameriprise Financial Jeff Jolly machine. Greg Nanichian wheels car number 28. Greg's out of Braintree, Massachusetts. He'll start 20th. And picking up a spot at the back of the field after deciding his car just wasn't up to snuff yesterday. He went back to Worcester and got another car, so he'll start dead last in a backup car. That's the 35 of Derek Ramstrom, a multi-time Pro All-Star Series winner here and a multi-time Pro Stock champion right here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. The next national championship event for the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models is at Hickory, North Carolina, where Ramstrom was a winner back in November. He'll be headed to Hickory once again, along with all the national points chasers. The Pro All-Star Series North Circuit heads to Oxford Plains Speedway next Sunday for the first standalone North race of the year. We're one lap away from green. 75 laps the distance for the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models.
And an impressive looking field, 21 cars. And up at the front, the driver who won the best appearing car in our fan appreciation party earlier today, Ben Rowe. So he not only drives the part, he looks the part.
And Rowe's been in yellow cars for about as long as anyone can remember on the Pro All-Star Series. A little departure going day glow in the 4. Field set for the green flag. Shane Carl looks him over. He lets him go. We're underway. Super Late Models, 75 laps. And Greg Nanigian has issues on the start. Nanigian resting inside the front stretch, and it looks like caution's going to appear. And just like Ether, the yellow flag gets that 28 fired up and rolling.
And that will nullify that machine gun start for Ben Rowe as he came from the outside groove and he was able to avalanche his way into the lead. However, that was just for show, and we will try to make it official. Well, he does. And second is Gabe Brown. So trouble for Nadigian as he wound up in John Deere country. Nadigian, a former regular competitor at Thompson Speedway. So we will group up the field and get ready to go again.
Pro All-Star Series scoring procedures may be somewhat different than what you're used to on the typical short track, as we never go back to the last completed lap. Where you are is your spot when the yellow flag comes out, and that lap will count. One lap has been completed in our 75-lap race. Rowe, your leader, car number 4, Gabe Brown, now being shown in second position.
So it was probably a good thing that it counted because it was a highlight film lap for Ben Rowe. But now the tables are turned. He will have to go to the inside, and we'll see how Brown can navigate the outside groove.
And there is no lane choice in Pro All-Star Series competition, whether he likes it or not. The leader is on the inside line. Looking for green. Here it is.
And a pretty good getaway by Ben Rowe, trying to beat Brown into the second corner.
Gabe Brown on the outside, pulling up alongside Rowe, gets a nose to the front there, side by side in turn 3.
Boy, Rowe looked like he was fired out of a skeet shooter. Here is 3 wide action on the front straightaway, and Brown is able to win that battle.
Gabe Brown from Center Conway, New Hampshire, the 16-year-old, leads the 2 multi-time champions. 6-time champion Johnny Clark, the 54. 4-time champ Ben Rowe in car number 4. Clark to second.
And a good job by the defending champion Derek Griffith as he is in the top 4. So if Gabe Brown looks in his rearview mirror, he will see 11 championship trophies behind him.
And not far behind him, another 2-time champion, Travis Benjamin, in 5th spot with the red number 7.
So the big guns are stacked up behind Brown, but he is able to get away. Battle for second. Johnny Clark on the inside, duking it out with Rowe, and Rowe just has too much pizzazz on the outside layer.
Brown, your leader, 16 years old. He is the Oxford Plains Speedway Super Late Model champion, but he's still seeking his first Super Late Model victory. Had a couple of runner-up finishes last year, but seeking win number 1, and getting it here would be a nice feather in the cap of the youngster.
Leading the next contingent of cars is Travis Benjamin in the red number 7, but the most heated battle is for second and third. That's where Rowe and Clark are hanging out, and Clark trying to stop his way on the inside, and Rowe, he just has a little too much power on that outside groove, and that's why Griffith has gone to the outside with him.
Griffith looking for a little racing room, swapping lanes as Clark and Rowe get together, coming off turn number 4. Griffith's got room in the low groove. He gets by Clark for third, will challenge Rowe for second position.
Boy, that was a pretty daring crossover move by Griffith. It did enable him to pick up 1 spot. Now he's trying to pick up another one against Ben Rowe as they scorch their way out of the corner. Almost dead even with the 4 car is Derek Griffith.
Griffith now in second spot as they work their way off turn number 2. Rowe fighting back on the outside. Another driver on the move now, the reigning champ, DJ Shaw, just outside the top 5 with car 60.
And it is Shaw. He is able to get by the 94 car of Hall. So Shaw, like Griffith, able to make progress on the inside groove.
Last year, it seemed like all season long it was Benjamin versus Shaw. For the points, they found each other on the racetrack several times. Once again, they're battling for a spot. Right now, it's 5th position. We've got one up in smoke entering turn 1.
So Derek Ranstrom, the car that blew its top, and he has had no luck at all the last 2 weeks.
A winner last November in national championship action at Hickory, and now Ramstrom will bring out the yellow flag. Smoke pouring from beneath car number 35. Caution on the field again, 11 laps on the scoreboard.
Looks like the smoke monster from that old TV series Lost, and Lost in the Smoke with Derek Ranstrom. This has always been one of his power tracks. Won Pro Stock championships here, won pass races, but last weekend in Richmond, he was complaining that he didn't have enough power. At the start of this weekend, he said he had the power, but has had no luck. And that was another example, is that car took off like a tea kettle, started to explode, and now his crew will go to work. They're going to change the right rear on that number 35. So the tire change being executed. If you walk down our midway, you'll see a lot of great places to meet. And one of those, our Foxwoods booth, you have a chance to win 2 tickets for the Foxwoods 301 on July 19th to the 21st. And you walk a little farther, and you go to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway booth, and you will also have a chance to win 2 tickets. So if you feel lucky, those are the places to visit. And one thing I know, Marco, Derek Ranstrom has to feel unlucky.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, only 3 drivers have won more than one Pro All-Star Series race in the 15 previous races. One of those drivers, Cassius Clark, does most of his racing in Canada these days. He's not with us. Ben Rowe, a 3-time Pro All-Star Series winner here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. And Ramstrom has 2 wins in past competition. And not looking like it's going to be Derek's day, although he's been impressive before, and maybe they'll get lucky on pit road. If anybody can come from the back of the pack, it's car 35, but it looks like he's got his work cut out just getting to the green flag, and here it is. We're back underway.
And trying to take the lead for the first time, that is Derek Griffith, and he will pull it off.
Griffith on the outside. Gets by Gabe Brown in the 47. Brown now battling Johnny Clark in car 54 for second position.
And Johnny Clark is able to rabble-rouse his way around the 47 of Brown, and he moves into second. Best battle. Ben Rowe has his hands full on the inside groove as they choo-choo train their way into the third corner. It is Ben Rowe in fifth, but not by much, as that 59 car, Reed Lampher, is starting to show some muscle.
Another driver on the move, DJ Shaw, car number 60, the reigning series champion. Shaw making a bid for third underneath the 47 of Gabe Brown, the early race leader.
He's trying to catapult his way underneath the 47 car. Let's see what happens. He keeps his foot in it as they go into turn number 2. And maybe by a molecule, it is still Brown.
Up in front, your leader continues to be Derek Griffith, the reigning national champion. He's ranked 5th in the championship standings after Richmond and looking to go to the top of the standings with his second straight win today. Still 60 laps before the checkered flag flies, but Griffith looks strong.
Now here comes Ray Christian as he tries to bolt his way underneath Johnson. Johnson, very impressive a week ago in Richmond. And now Christian is starting to pick on Ben Rowe.
Christian started 11th. He's picked up 5 positions aboard car number 93. And Rowe goes wheel to wheel with RC3 in turn number 3.
And let's see if he can polish off the move. Rowe is very persistent on the outside, but it will be Ray Christian to inherit the spot temporarily, and now he is in 6th place. Trying to thread the needle with Johnson, almost came together with Ben Rowe.
Oh, they were 3 wide coming off turn number 2. Nick Sweet backed out, and everybody still got a race car.
Wow, that was a daredevil move by Jake Johnson as he tried to squeeze it in between 2 cars, and he made it work.
Shaw now in car 60 underneath the 54, Johnny Clark. DJ Shaw making a bid for second spot.
And going far to the outside is Johnny Clark. That might give some momentum to DJ Shaw. And it is Shaw, a half a car length ahead of the 54, and he takes over the spot.
Reed Lampher into 4th position with the 59. He's got a good battle going with Gabe Brown, the 47.
Normally, the outside groove is a place to be at Thompson, but these Pro All-Star Series cars, they are finding some life on the inside, ganging up on the 40 car of Nick Sweet. That is the 15. He was a winner last week in Richmond, but Mike Hopkins didn't have enough energy to overhaul Nick Sweet.
Hopkins very strong at Richmond a week ago. Having his troubles earlier this weekend, hoping to get it all together here in the main event.
Yeah, he almost got by Ray Christian a couple of times during the early stage of the race, and then when Christian dropped out, it was the 15 car to inherit the lead. So Mike Hopkins having a good run, but having a better run right now is Derek Griffith, as he is leading by the length of an ironing board over that number 60 car of DJ Shaw. Shaw has passed a lot of cars, Marco, and his MO has been able to make the move on the inside.
Shaw, the reigning series champion. And he is closing on Derek Griffith. He started 9th. He's up to 2nd and looking strong. Just over 50 laps remain in the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Model Main Event.
And Jake Johnson was able to pick up a spot against Nick Sweet. So he is climbing the ladder. Now one of the slower cars in front of our co-leaders, no issues there, is Kyle Casagrande was in the 7 car. All-time leading dare stock driver at Stafford Motor Speedway. But right now he is being lapped by the front runners.
Griffith and Shaw nose to tail down the backstretch, pulling away from 3rd place. Johnny Clark in the 54. 4th is Reed Lanfer, the 59. Gabe Brown still in the top 5 with the 47, but RC3 is gaining on the front runners with car number 93. Shaw closing on Griffith in turn 3.
You know, Marco, you get the impression that Shaw is setting Griffith up for a power move on the inside, and it might happen right now. Let's see what Shaw does as they go into turn 2. He thunders his way underneath Griffith, but Griffith was helped from the outside groove. He has the adrenaline and the momentum. 27 laps have been completed.
And you had a good one at the end of the day yesterday, and it looks like another good 2-car battle shaping up here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Shaw again making a bid for the lead off turn 2. Can he get a run underneath the 12 of your race leader, Derek Griffith?
Yeah, yesterday it was Dowling against Williams, and right now it is Derek Griffith against DJ Shaw, and the lead remains about the same. A couple of breadcrumbs for Derek Griffith.
RC3, Christian continues his march towards the front. He's going side by side with early race leader Gabe Brown in the 47. That's for 5th position. Dan Winter on pit road. Tough break for the 81.
But slashing his way underneath Brown, that is Ray Christian, and he is on the verge of taking over the spot if he can keep his car quick on the inside. I think Ray Christian came to the races this week with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because he was very upset. He was one of the fastest cars in Richmond, but was unable to finish the race.
Johnson in the 15 and Nick Sweet in car 40 seem like they're stuck together on the racing surface. Sweet on the inside, Johnson working the outside. They've been right next to each other most of the distance.
Yeah, those two guys are body pierced together, and right behind them, looking to see if something will happen, is Mike Hopkins in the 15. So here comes Christian as he is trying to put the 47 of Brown in the dust, and let's see if he can pull that off.
Those two gaining ground on the 59, Reed Lanfer. Lanfer seems to be having a bit of a difficulty now after really turning in some quick laps early. Christian's by the 59, and Brown picks up a spot as well.
So Ray Christian is infiltrated the top 4. Then it is Brown, and now Jake Johnson getting by Lanfer. So there is trouble on the outside groove for the number 59 car. And now Hopkins looking for elbow room underneath the 59.
Out in front, it's still Derek Griffith, the reigning national champion, trying to jump on top of the national championship rankings. Here at the Big T again. Shaw close behind in car 60. They're almost a half straightaway better than 3rd place, Johnny Clark in the 54.
And there are still 39 laps to go. This tug-of-war is just getting started between Griffith and Shaw. A distant 3rd is Johnny Clark. Then it is Christian. So the leader is Griffith, and all over his back bumper like a refrigerator magnet is that number 60 of DJ Shaw.
4th belongs to RC3. He's pulling away from Gabe Brown and the rest of the field as we approach the halfway indicator. Shane Carr on the flag stand with the cross flags as Griffith and Shaw across the start-finish line halfway through this 75-lapper.
A good job by Corey Casagrande as he got underneath Nick Johnson in the 6th car. Ben Rowe has lost a lot of positions in the last 20 laps. Now he's trying to hold off Derek O'Connell for that position, Devin O'Connell. And it is easy street right now for Griffith, but here comes Shaw, and Shaw trying to make a bold move to the inside.
They're into turn 3. That seems to be Shaw's best spot on the racing surface with car 60. Turn number 3 may be where he has to make a move if he's to be successful later on.
Well, he still has a lot of time. 35 laps to go in this 75-lap event. There's some action a little deeper in the field is Mike Hopkins and the 40 of Nick Sweet. They are mixing it up. Right behind them is Travis Benjamin. So one thing about the Pro All-Star Series, you see 75 laps of hard racing, and you're seeing it right now between Sweet and Hopkins and Benjamin.
Clean and green in typical Pro All-Star Series fashion, though those of you that were here a decade plus ago for that 200-lapper may remember a different scenario.
Well, right now we have a scenario, our leaders getting by the slower cars. Right now it is Griffith approaching Greg Nanisian, and inside move by Shaw. So maybe Shaw trying to use the lap car as a pick, and the strategy didn't work that time.
But coming off turn number 2, he's got the nose down low. Can he enter turn number 3 and mount yet another challenge to race leader Derek Griffith?
He is trying to screech his way underneath Griffith. Here he comes, 3/4 of the way there as they go into the first turn.
Side by side in turn 1. Shaw on the inside now with the advantage. Griffith fighting back on the outside. Dead even, they enter turn 3. Great battle for the lead, Shaw and Griffith.
Shaw has done all his passing on the inside. Can he make one more pass? Very persistent on the outside is Griffith. They're like two twin pops as they come off the second turn. DJ Shaw leading by about a sand pebble over that number 12 car of Griffith.
Just 30 laps to go, make it 29 at the line, and now Shaw with the advantage by a full car length and more. DJ Shaw, the reigning series champion, your new race leader.
Boy, he tried to make that move for about 20 laps, and I think he just tuckered Derek Griffith out. Johnny Clark, third, is not in jeopardy, as he has a huge advantage by about a moon crater over Ray Christian. But then things pick up a bit. You have Johnson holding off the 47 of Brown. You have Nick Sweet also in the picture was Benjamin. So there is a spirited battle for the number 6 spot.
Up in front, DJ Shaw pulling away. Oh, look out. Trouble in turn 2, Johnson, the 6.
As that car went up in smoke in the middle of the corner. So, and Mother Nature Boulevard is Nick Johnson in car number 6, and the yellow comes out for the second time on lap number 48. So what do we have, Marco? 47 green flag laps? I think the caution came out on lap number 1.
1 lap complete, now 48 on the board. Just about 2/3 of the race distance in that green flag period. 27 laps remain. Last year, Shaw finished second to Derek Griffith. They battled it out a year ago with Griffith on top. Can he make it 2 in a row, or will they reverse positions from a year ago?
Well, we have some action on pit road. Mike Hopkins making a stop. Reed Lampher, and we have Dave Barabald ready to bring us the action.
Well, I'm standing right by the 6 of Nick Johnson as they're making some adjustments to that machine. I'll work my way further on down. Also, we see the 7 CT in, and I'll make my way a little bit deeper down into the field, guys, and try to get some more information for you.
Shaw in the 60, squaring off against Derek Griffith, car number 12. Johnny Clark, he was a half straightaway behind in the 54. Now he's right on the leader's rear bumper. We're looking for green and back underway.
And look at Griffith go to work on the outside, trying to surprise Shaw as he's a half a car in front, but Shaw fights back.
They're side by side down the backstretch. Advantage Griffith on the outside entering turn 3. Shaw taps the 12. And now they're 3 wide further back. Look at RC3 on the outside move into second position.
And here comes Johnny Clark. He is back to life, running third most of the day, trying to cannonball his way underneath Shaw. It doesn't work. Jake Johnson is fifth. And a side-by-side battle behind them between Sweet and Brown.
Griffith looking for his second straight Pro All-Star Series win here on the high banks. Car number 12 in front of the 93 Christian. Here comes Shaw battling back with car 60. He's underneath RC3 in turn number 3.
Boy, he is more fiery than a human torch right now as he will try to get second back against the 93 Christian. There goes Shaw. He's been very effective on the bottom groove for the entire race.
Johnny Clark runs fourth in the 54. Look at Jake Johnson into the top 5 with car 15. Nick Sweet battling the 15.
Boy, that's got to be a big confidence builder for Jake Johnson to follow up a great run last weekend at Richmond with another great run. But Nick Sweet is on the inside and a little wiggle there. So a caffeine twitch for the 40 car, and he lost some momentum.
Great battle for second as Derek Griffith capitalizes and starts to pull away from the super late model field. Shaw in the 60 underneath the 93 Christian as they work their way off turn 2 and down the backstretch.
And Shaw has leverage on the inside as they swashbuckle their way into turn number 4. It will be Shaw by a half a car length. But can he clear the 93 of Christian? Yes, he does.
And again, Nick Sweet and Jake Johnson going at it, this time for 5th position. The 15 Johnson with the advantage. Gabe Brown in the mix as well with car 47.
I think there's some battle scars on those cars. Here comes Christian trying to pay DJ Shaw back by making an inside move of his own. It's not happening. Johnny Clark moving back into the competition, car number 54. And another wiggle on the backstretch by Nick Sweet. So that car, a little chubby checker action, twisted around on the back groove.
Out in front, Derek Griffith sets the pace. Shaw, after losing a couple of spots on the restart, trying to reclaim some lost real estate. Can the 60 reel in the 12 in front of the field? Only 18 laps to go when the 12 crosses the line.
And right now, Derek Griffith leading by the length of an airport runway. Over the number 60 is Shaw. Tight battle between Christian and Clark for 3rd and 4th. And now the 94 car of Hall. He looked to make an inside move against the 47. Brown couldn't make it happen.
Good battle for 3rd, ongoing. Christian in the 93 trying to hold off the 6-time champion Johnny Clark in car 54. Griffith's still your leader, and he is hanging on to a healthy advantage.
Travis Benjamin looking to make an inside move against Nick Sweet. Let's see if he can polish it off. And Sweet hanging tough as Sweet is almost sitting on Benjamin's lap.
That battle for 3rd ongoing. Also a good battle between Garrett Hall, the 94. He's trying to get by the 47, Gabe Brown. Only 15 laps remain.
And Marco, it looks like DJ Shaw is starting to whittle that big lead from Griffith. So he's got 15 laps. And let's see if DJ Shaw can get the maximum out of them. That lead is definitely evaporating for Derek Griffith.
Griffith, last year's national champion, trying to hold off last year's Pro All-Star Series North champion. The 60 Shaw. Christian still 3rd with a good run going.
And Johnny Clark, he is trying to scuba his way underneath the 93 of Christian. That doesn't work. Jake Johnson 5th. And then it's Brown trying to hold off Hall for the next spot.
Devin O'Connell, the last car in the top 10, just in front of last week's Richmond winner, Mike Hopkins, the 15.
I think that lead is continuing to shrink, Marco, as DJ Shaw has come alive. He has a finishing kick. When they hit the line, there will be 11 laps left, and DJ Shaw is making a frantic comeback.
It took him a long time to get the job done the first time he got by the 12, and they are running short on laps here in the Pro All-Star Series main event. When they hit the line this time, only 10 laps will remain in the Super Late Model main event.
Boy, the lead for Derek Griffith was as big as a sequoia tree. Now it's about as big as a tongue depressor. Here comes Shaw. He has caught the 12. Can he get by him? Here he comes. He is giving it a shot out of turn 2.
The Precision JLM car, number 60, putting pressure on the Preventure, number 12, in turn 3. Shaw's up to the left rear quarter.
And let's see if he can find some elbow room against Griffith. Here he comes. Shotguns his way underneath the 12 car of Griffith. Once again, he got halfway there and then had to retreat.
Turn 3 has been Shaw's strong spot in this event. Can he, testing the outside for the first time.
Boy, we haven't seen that today as he went up to the weeds, and going there with him to block him was Derek Griffith.
Griffith now a bit wide in turn number 1. Shaw sticks the nose underneath as they head off 2 and down the backstretch.
So the nostrils of the 60 car underneath Derek Griffith. Here comes DJ Shaw. Gets a helping hand from the momentum coming out of turn number 4. He is out in front by about the length of a Necco wafer.
And they are side by side coming off turn number 2. Shaw by an inch, now Griffith by a foot. Entering turn number 3, lap traffic just in front of that lead battle.
Trying to Pinocchio the nose of his car in front is Shaw. Slower car ahead, Kyle Casagrande, and that impeded the progress of DJ Shaw.
Griffith in the 12, Shaw, car 60, Ninigian just in front of that battle now. Shaw slipping and sliding off turn 4. He remains just behind the 12 car.
Yeah, he got sideways in the corner, was able to salvage it. Now, when they hit the line, 4 to go. What an epic battle between Derek Griffith and DJ Shaw. As they helter-skelter their way off the corner, it is still Griffith in front.
Christian a distant third in front of Johnny Clark, the 54, but everybody's watching the battle for the lead. Derek Griffith in car 12, off turn 2, just in front of Shaw in the 60.
Well, Griffith tried the outside once. He almost plastered the wall. He's going to try it again. Going to the outside, and it might work against Griffith. He is about a halfway there to the 12 car.
Time running short here in the Super Late Model main event. DJ Shaw on the outside, headed into turn number 3. At the line, just 2 laps to go. 2 to go.
3/4 of the way there. DJ Shaw trying to move in front. They barrel bust their way into the first corner. It is Shaw, persistent, potent on the outside. It's just as good on the inside as Derek Griffith.
Wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Shaw on the outside with a slight advantage as the white flag waves. 1 to go. Shaw clears the 12.
Does the 12 car have anything left? Here is Griffith as they rabble-rouse their way down the backstretch. Shaw in front. Griffith losing ground. Can he get it back as they head into turn 3?
One last shot. He's not going to get there off turn 4, the 60. DJ Shaw takes the checkered flag. Shaw, your winner, car number 60. Second to 12, Derek Griffith. Then Ray Christian, the third, car number 93, the 54, Johnny Clark, the 15, Johnson, unofficially fifth, as the Pro All-Stars Series put on a classic here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park.
Well, what a battle. And an unforgettable tug-of-war between the 12 of Derek Griffith and the 60 of DJ Shaw for the first 65 laps. DJ Shaw was trying to make his magic happen on the inside. Then he changed his tactic, went to the outside, and he hit the jackpot. What hard racing and what a show put on by two of the best fender drivers in the Northeast, Derek Griffith and your race winner, DJ Shaw. So it doesn't get any more spine-tingling than that, as that is a typical definition of a barn burner. So we hope you enjoyed our Pro All-Star Series presentation for today, and I think you'll never forget it, and I know DJ Shaw will never forget it, as he decided to go for broke with about 10 laps left and go to the outside, and it was a winning blueprint. And now he goes to Critical Signs Victory Lane as Marco Thomas is on his way to Victory Lane, and a celebration will start for DJ Shaw. This was not an easy win, as very persistent Derek Griffith and DJ Shaw passed a lot of cars on the inside, but it is what he accomplished on the outside. Here he goes, climbing out of the car, your winner of the Icebreaker Pro All-Star Series 75, DJ Shaw. And he is surrounded by photographers and also by crew members, as this was a gut grinder. So grabbing the microphone and getting ready to talk to our race winner is Marco Thomas.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. DJ Shaw, the reigning Pro All-Star Series North champion, and that was a barn burner. There must have been a lot of fun battling Derek Griffith.
Yeah, that was awesome there. Coming out on top of those races is the best feeling in the world, man. That was a show for the fans right down to the last second, and you can't ask for any more than that. That's what we're here to do, and we did what we're here to do. So can't explain how good this feels. I finished third and second the last 2 years here. I can't seem to win, and to finally do it there. The restart didn't help us. It bottomed out hard there for a few laps. I got into Derek, and just when I got back there, I'd already hit him, and I didn't want to do it that way. I had to do it the right way, and he made me earn it, but we just barely got there.
All right, it looked like turn 3 was your strongest point for most of the race, and on the inside groove, the car looked really good, but when push came to shove, you had to get the job done on the outside. Man, we didn't know if you could do it.
Yeah, I ran down there too much, I guess. I showed him what I was doing for too long, and he took it away, so I had to go where he wasn't, and he gave me the room that I gained, and I got to thank him for that. He raced me like a class act, and that's what you want out here. Then that's what puts on a show.
Now, the Pro All-Star Series started out this season with a couple of fast tracks, and the game changes completely. Next week, you go to the flat track at Oxford. What do you look for there?
Hopefully more of the same. That was our one track we needed to improve on the most last year, and hopefully with this new car, we are going to do that.
All right, and of course, you don't do it all by yourself, even though you are one of the few guys that can build them and drive them. And, of course, Precision JLM and all the other sponsors deserve some thanks.
I got to thank Precision JLM. They're behind me 100% all the time. Brown's Auto Body. Those guys do so much for us. Dale Shaw Race Cars, it's a brand new car for us, and maybe we should retire it. It's 1 for 1, so you don't get that very often, but I got to thank them. Gamarlo's Supermarket, PFC Brakes, Advanced Racing Suspension, Jones Pulleys, everybody that helps on this thing. It takes a whole team, and I can't thank everybody enough.
Yeah, and, geez, you even got door spotting for you.
Yeah, I got another racer spotting for me. That's the best thing to have, isn't it?
All right. DJ Shaw's your winner, ladies and gentlemen. How about a big round of applause, your Super Late Model winner. Matt?
Thank you, Marco, and we have to catch our breath here because that was a spine tingler between DJ Shaw and Derek Griffith. And DJ Shaw, like all good drivers, he took what was given to him. In that case, it was the outside groove, and he was able to laser beam his way around Derek Griffith to pick up the win. So coming up next will be our limited sportsman for its first event of the season, 20 laps. Don't forget, check out the Black Flamingo booth. Olivia Bouchard and Cassie Rocco are running the show, and they offer great women's and children's race apparel. So make sure you get some merchandise from them, as you'll be very pleased of what they have to offer. If you are looking to be a mechanic, there is a place that wants you. Datco Bus Company in New Britain, they have a booth here. Many people know them for their school buses, motor coaches, also a dealer of Thermal King. But they are looking for mechanics in their shop. So if you go to their booth, you might get some profitable information that can make you some cash. So that's a Datco Bus Company. Don't forget our New England Antique Racing trailer. Chance for you to get a great T-shirt, and also for you to get a taste of the history of Thompson Speedway. It started in 1940, the oldest asphalt track in the nation. So there is a lot of history, and it's well chronicled in our near trailer. Don't forget, the next time we will be here, May 19th, and the division that will be in the spotlight, the one you see on the backstretch. It'll be the limited sportsman having a limited extra distance race in. Today it's 20 laps, and here is your starting lineup. A multi-time champion and a national champion will be in car number 36. In the Sundin Furniture sponsored car, that is Scott Sundin.